Welcome back, everybody. God damn, it's been a minute. It's been all summer actually. What was the last episode? Shayla Hyde. She wrestled on Raw. Shouts out to her too. By the way, she's still doing good. But that was about 3 months ago, right? So yeah. Practically all summer I have been invisible on my YouTube channel. But we are back, and by the way, we do got a couple of updates. Uh, Update is I'm currently downloading all the audios back so I can upload all the episodes to SoundCloud. That's been one main critique with my podcast since I've been doing it, and it was, yo, I want to listen to you, but on my phone, which is what most people use to listen to the show, they can't close out of YouTube to like do other stuff, to like text or snap or do whatever else you're trying to do. Like on my phone, I do have that luxury. I have that feature on my phone where I could close out of YouTube, but the video will keep playing, or the audio of the video will keep playing. Most people, I guess, don't have that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab all the clips, grab all the audios from the clips, and I'm gonna throw them on SoundCloud for everybody, because I know for a fact that everybody who uses SoundCloud will be able to listen to the show without uh having to stop, come back, play it. And I'm pretty sure YouTube use up more of your data for people who don't got like unlimited data or whatever. But yeah. I'm going on SoundCloud too. So YouTube remains, of course. Not leaving YouTube, but we are gonna transfer all the episodes. I'm gonna try to transfer all the episodes, hopefully at the same time, on SoundCloud as well. So that'll be coming soon. If you want to know more about that, make sure you add me on Facebook. I'm Meer Muhammad. That's mostly where I do all of my updates on that. Anyways, it's been a long summer, and I ain't gonna hold you. This is probably gonna be a lengthy episode. So strap in with me. Hold tight. But we got a lot of shit to talk about. I had a crazy summer. It was great. We're gonna get into all of that. We're gonna get into all the sports, everything. All right. So first things first, I want to get into the NBA free agency. Wasn't as crazy as last year, but it got just as much coverage, basically, because LeBron James left Cleveland, which was pretty expected, and he went to the Los Angeles Lakers, which was pretty expected as well. You know that thing where it's like it's too obvious. Everybody was saying LA. They're like, yo, he's going to LA. He got like 2-3 houses in LA. He got businesses in LA. He got agency out there and all types of stuff. He doing movies, he this and that. LA is his destination. I was like, man, is it really that easy? Because there is an off season in basketball, and he could go to LA during his off season and handle all of his business within that time, because free agency is pretty long. It's pretty lengthy. It's about what are they? If you go to the playoffs, you pretty much plan from October until the summer, so June. So you got till from basically mid June all the way to mid October to do whatever you got to do. I was like, that's a long time. I don't think it's that obvious. I did say he was leaving though. I said he was going to Golden State. I say it was just, if you can't beat them, join them. This is the new wave. All the stars want to play with each other and just get these easy rings. And according, look at the history of LeBron, man. When the going got tough the first time in Cleveland, what did he do? He ran to D Wade, brought Chris Bosh along with him. They got 2 out of the 4. Look what happened. Going kind of got rough in Miami. I don't know how, but if you remember that last series they had against the Spurs, right before LeBron left, they got their asses whooped. I think they got swept. Or if they ain't get swept, they definitely lost 4-1. It was it was surprisingly light work for the Spurs. They beat the hell out those boys. But what did LeBron do after that? Going got tough. He swerved everybody. Everybody took pay cuts, and everybody held off on their deals, waiting to see what LeBron was gonna do. Everybody ended up signing, and like, hey, LeBron, it's your turn. Sign the contract. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna go to Cleveland. I'm going to play with this young upstart Kyrie Irving. And Anthony Bennett was supposed to be a thing, but that didn't happen. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring Kevin Love along with me, and we're gonna form this big three. And they ended up winning 1 ring out of 4 as well. So he went to LA. He did go to the Lakers. Now let me tell you something about this. He ain't going to the finals this year for all LeBron fans out there, man. I'm sorry. Ain't no way in hell he going to the finals. The Lakers, when I look at this team, and I do like the team for the most part, other than LeBron. Like I was supportive of the Lakers last year. I'm a big ball family guy. I'm an advocate for the ball family. I think everybody should be grinding like them. The ball family is great to me, right? So I'm a big Lonzo fan, right? If anything, the best thing that could come out of this is Lonzo being able to pick LeBron's brain for the next 3 years because he seems to be really the only staple on the team because we know after these three years, LeBron is out. We're not too sure about Kuzma. I don't like to judge too early. It's only been one season. Yes, he had a very solid first season, especially for a late first round draft pick or early second round draft pick. I can't remember exactly. He did well though. If I'm the Lakers, I look at Brandon Ingram as something nice to trade. I feel like you could get something nice for him. I don't see him as a staple of the team. I don't know what happened with Julius Randle, if he stayed or they got rid of him for cap space. I can't remember. But yeah, I got the team winning 45, 46 games. They're gonna be seventh, eighth seed possibly. Uh, I got them getting dropped in the first round, man. Either the Houston or the Warriors. Obviously, it's gonna be either or. They ain't gonna beat them. They ain't gonna escape the first round. I will give them a playoff run though. Will they make the playoffs? Will we see the Lakers in the playoff again? Absolutely. And by the way, Lakers fans, Kobe ain't coming back. And that's another thing. Like people, I don't know how certain people get paid to sit up on TV and call LeBron the best Laker of all time, and they ain't scored 1 point for that organization. It's blasphemous, man. We really got to stop this whole LeBron versus Kobe thing. I feel like the internet is trying to start a beef for them. Like, yo, Kobe's mad. It's like how, and Kobe is out tweeting daily how excited he is and that he can finally watch Lakers games again and be proud and this, that, and the third. Trust me, Kobe got his five. He's not mad at all. Trust me. Anyways, that was fun. Other than that, Paul George decided to stay. I was slightly alarmed by that, especially with that team. I'm not the biggest Russell Westbrook fan, man. Russell Westbrook, I feel like if he is the second option, he's very valuable. We saw that with KD. They had a very successful run. They didn't win any rings, but they did go to a finals once. They went to a conference finals, and they meshed well. They worked well together. But KD was the man on the team, and that's what made everything work. Westbrook's the man on the team. He got Paul George. He had Carmelo last year. Carmelo was shit invisible last year. They didn't pass him the ball at all. And then when Carmelo did get his little bit of opportunity, he just didn't translate well. So I don't know about that. They paid him. I think he would have got paid more if he would have went to the Lakers. So that's more of a hey, I think I can win over here decision. I don't know about all that, man. I don't think the Thunder are gonna go anywhere far. Conference finals, most definitely not. They're not, and they're not gonna improve from last year. I know people like to kind of blame Carmelo for everything, but let's be real. They're not gonna that nothing's gonna change. It's still a Westbrook led team. So with a Westbrook led team, you just cannot go far. It's not gonna happen. Uh, I'll be surprised to get out the first round. I'm not gonna hold you. That Thunder's team, they're not gonna go far. Chris Paul decided to stay. Again, wasn't too surprised about that considering how close they got. They were right there. They were one game away from the NBA Finals. So not surprised that he stayed. If we go on the East side, which is done, the Celtics have no excuses. The Celtics have absolutely no excuses to not make the NBA Finals. If we saw what they could do without their quote unquote best two players, which should have been Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, who are out with injury. Gordon Hayward got injured the first game. He broke his ankle. So, but he'll be back next year. Kyrie will be back next year. Everybody will be back. Everybody will be healthy. Without them two, they damn near beat LeBron James and his Cavaliers in the NBA Conference Finals. Jason Tatum looked like a monster. Jaylen Brown looked like a monster. Everybody looked like a monster. Terry Rozier stepped up, did exactly what he had to do. Al Horford stepped up, did what he had to do, and they just came up short. I don't know how, but they honestly they should have went to the finals this year, but they would have got swept just like the Cavs got swept. It wouldn't have mattered when it came to the finals. But that game 7, they did smoke that. But if at least Kyrie was playing, they would have ran past Cleveland easy because that team was awful. But yeah, the Celtics have no excuses this next season. It should be the Warriors versus the Celtics. Speaking of the Warriors, DeMarcus Cousins went over there. We know what that is. They have a starting five of 5 All Stars, which is unheard of. That's the first time in NBA history that has ever happened. So you can't be mad at the Warriors, man. They're just trying to stack up and they're trying to continue this winning trend, and it is what it is. I cannot be mad at them for that. People come to them. They don't go to people. KD went to them. DeMarcus Cousins went to them. It is what it is. Curry, Draymond, and Clay got drafted there. They built the squad, and hey, it's an attractive. Not only it's an attractive team, it's an attractive location. That's somewhere you want to play, and they play team ball. They could care less who win in MVP in NBA Finals. They care less who dropping 30 that night. They just want to win. That's the dangerous part about the Warriors. That's why the Warriors cannot be stopped. Selflessness. Period. Anyways, going on, the UFC. The UFC had a wonderful summer. And last summer, I heavily questioned whether or not UFC would be around, let alone have a crazy summer like they did this year. It was around the time, yeah, it was around Conor versus Mayweather. It was either right before the fight or after. I was like, man, this is bad for business. This is a horrible decision. I felt like the UFC was taking a massive risk putting their pound for pound, at that time, pound for pound best fighter in their sport against Floyd Mayweather, who's a 40-year-old man who had not fought in 2 years at that point with 2 broken hands. I was like, yo, Floyd is going to beat this boy's ass. And that is what happened. He knocked him out. It was a TKO. I know people like to act like it's a difference. His hands were down. He was not defending himself. It was looking bad for the pound for pound best fighter in UFC at that point. And I was like, yo, this is embarrassing. Like, he's gonna get killed, and it's gonna be embarrassing. And originally I was thinking, yo, this is bad for UFC. There is no recovery from this. But I give it to him. I was thoroughly entertained this summer. Starting off, I actually in Chicago, Illinois, I went to United Center to go see UFC 225, I believe it was. The main event was Rob Whittaker and Yoel Romero, and they had a dope fight. It was non-title though, because I think Romero was 0.2 pounds off, which is corny. I know they want to be strict. I know the sport wants to be taken as seriously as possible, but when you got something like that on a relatively weaker card, you need to go ahead and let that be a title fight. And they had a dope fight, but it was kind of corny because it was a dope fight, and Robert Whittaker, who was tremendous and he did his thing out there, he lost. And it was clear. It was a good fight, but it was kind of clear who won, which was Yoel Romero, but it was non-title. And at the end of the day, man, just like everything else, the UFC is a business. It's a business. And you cannot have your champion go out there in a non-title fight against a guy who missed weight and lose. So it did go to decision. I felt that it was pretty clear that Yoel Romero had won. They gave the decision to Rob Whittaker. Crowd booed. It was corny. It's a corny decision, man, but I get it. Just like I said, just like everything else, the UFC is a business. They can't have the champion going out there against a guy who missed weight in a non-title fight and give him the W. Just couldn't. It's a business decision. was a corny business decision, but it is what it is. CM Punk also fought on that card. Honestly, man, like I said on Facebook, I believe most people saw what I said. I was like, shockingly, he won the first round. He did well the first round. After that, it was a dud though. He was getting his ass whooped. He took a lot of nasty elbows, nasty shots. But one thing that surprised me is he didn't fall. He did get taken down. I think he got double legged one time, and the dude was just kind of sitting on him. He wasn't very active. I felt like if CM Punk was a little more experienced, he could have probably beat that dude. The dude they put him against should have been his one. Honestly, he should have beat Mike Jackson, but he lost. Is what it is. I don't think we're gonna see CM Punk. And if he's serious about not coming back to wrestling, he's done. He's done just as an entertainer. Period. Maybe some movies. You know, we know he do his autograph signings every year at the Comic Cons and the thing at the McCormick place that they do in Chicago where they come down, it's all celebrities and TV show people and they do autographs. But as like a performer in an arena, whether that be pro wrestling, whether that be combat sports, I'm pretty sure that CM Punk is done. I heavily doubt that what's his name, Dana White, is gonna give CM Punk another opportunity. Especially after that first fight, he really shouldn't have got a second opportunity, but I guess he proved that, hey man, I put in all this work. I'm a draw. It's in my hometown. Give me this opportunity. I could show you that I've improved. And he did. He showed a lot of improvement from that first fight. The fact that he got one hit in showed that he improved from the first fight, because the first fight was 2 minutes, easy, choke, tap out, is what it is, in and out. So he did well though. He did well. Nothing to be ashamed of. The dude is a 39-year-old amateur combat sports athlete, just getting into the sport now. He's way too old to be doing this. It is what it is. But you know, the whole thing was people was like, quit. Why are you doing this? You're gonna get killed. And those are a bunch of people that don't know how to follow a dream, man. Honestly, the dude went out there, he did what he wanted to do. He wanted to go have a fight. Okay, go have a fight. Why not? I don't think we should criticize people on living their dream. Essentially what I'm saying. This is something that he obviously has been wanting to do even when he was in WWE. Because if we remember when he was in WWE, he was heavily active with the UFC shit. Always. And when he went there, I wasn't surprised. He did what he wanted to do. Cool. Good for him. And I hope he is happy that he at least tried. And that's all I ask for everybody who listens to this. Whatever you want to do, try. Period. Anyways, off of UFC 225 going to 226, it was Cormier versus Stipe, the light heavyweight champion, versus the world heavyweight champion. And I got into it with the guys at work. I got into it with people online. I'm like, yo, I couldn't believe that Daniel Cormier, of all people, the man that has not lost to anybody not named John Jones, was the underdog going into the fight. Especially heavyweight. He's naturally a heavyweight. He almost dies trying to cut weight down to 205 to fight at light heavyweight. I was like, yo, he walks around at 240, which is insane to me that he can manage to cut that weight. That's incredible. I don't know how Daniel Cormier at that age can cut that much weight in that amount of time and go out there and fight and not get knocked out. It's incredible. But I knew for a fact that I was like, yo, he's gonna stop Stipe around third or fourth round. He ended up knocking him out in the first. And you know, and it's just a different level of competition. Stipe had never got the opportunity to fight somebody as talented as Daniel Cormier. Look at everybody he beat. He beat Werdum, he beat Ngannou, he beat Alistair Overeem, who everybody has knocked out. Just a different level of competition. And then you look at who Daniel Cormier beat. Anderson Silva, Alexander Gustafsson, fucking Anthony Rumble Johnson. He took John Jones to the limit the first fight. And then the second fight, John Jones had to take steroids to beat him. Daniel Cormier is a legend, man. He's a top 5 fighter of all time, and there is no denying that at this point. He put his work in. And now he beat Stipe, so now solidified. Now he about to go have his gimmick fight against Brock Lesnar, which is gonna be fun, and I'm gonna buy it, and you all will watch it as well. As much as we hate and say, hey, this is pro wrestling, that's what it is. But then again, that's what sell tickets. Look at the highest grossing pay-per-view of all time, Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. What was that? It was pro wrestling. And we all loved and enjoyed it. Why? Because it's entertaining. Yeah, we know styles make fights, but you could put two people in the ring with each other. This person fight like this person fight like that. But if there's no story, it's not going to sell. Which segues into the next UFC pay-per-view, 227, which I also paid for. Why? Story. Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw. I was really into this. They were going at it on Ultimate Fighter. Big Ultimate Fighter fan. Love that show. Been watching it since I was little. And they were the coaches. I didn't know too much about Cody Garbrandt. I knew TJ Dillashaw was bad. But I only saw the Cody Garbrandt fight. He beat Dominic Cruz. And I was kind of surprised and thrown off. And I was like, okay, well, who was him? Well, who was he, I should say. And he's really talented, right? So we bought the first fight, and I think he was on the same card as George St. Pierre. And he lost in like the second round by knockout. TJ knocked him out cold. Wasn't surprised by that at all. The second fight, I'm like, yo, Cody's done if he doesn't beat him. Because he got an immediate rematch, which is rare in UFC. Usually when the champion loses, they get a tune-up fight. But Ronda got an immediate rematch. She came back against, well, not immediate because she decided to take time off, but after she took time off, she came back, she fought Amanda, she got killed. What's the girl's name? She lost to Rose Namajunas. Joanna. She got an immediate rematch. She got killed. Cody Garbrandt, immediate rematch, got killed. The exact same damn way. I was very disappointed, to say the least. And not because of the knockout, not because TJ won, because I actually like TJ. But the fact that, man, it was short. It was quick. And it was an ass whooping. Cody got a really nice hit in, kind of staggered TJ. He got some hands. Cody got hands. Heavy hands. Because they fought no time. But if you look after the fight, if you look at his post-fight interview, TJ's eye was fat. Cody got hands. If Cody could just calm down a little bit, hone his skills, relax, and take his time with it, he'd be unstoppable in that division. But again, man, this experience is just another level of competition. TJ been doing this. TJ has been elite, and TJ caught him. And once he caught him, he pounced on him. Boom, game over. Easy money. Cody got his ass whooped, and it is what it is. And he got to go to the back of the line, man. He's done. We won't see Cody get another title shot for a long time. He's gonna have to go on like a 6-fight win streak before we see him fight for a championship again. And it seemed like the UFC liked him. It seemed like they put a lot of money into his promotion. The pay-per-view was all about Cody and how he got knocked out and how he was supposed to come back and win this. And they didn't. It is what it is. There is no question on who the better fighter is. TJ Dillashaw knocked him out first time, second round, even faster the second time around. TJ's better than Cody Garbrandt. It is what it is. Cody Garbrandt got a lot of work to do. But I feel like he'd be a killer if he calmed down, man. Honestly. If he did that in no amount of time, TJ's eye was fat. Go check out the press his press interview or whatever in his locker room. His eye was fat. Check it out. Anyway, so I went to WWE Money in the Bank this year, right? This is the first pay-per-view where I felt like the women owned it. You know how you got your little good women's match in there, and then everything else is just men. Well, it felt like the men's matches were filler. Everything important on this show, Money in the Bank, was women. And I was there live. This was in Rosemont Horizon. What do they call it now? Allstate Arena in Rosemont, right? So we out there, we watching Money in the Bank. All the men's matches felt like filler. Even the Money in the Bank briefcase match. I forgot the WWE Championship match was AJ and Nakamura. I was kind of happy they ended that shit because they had a lackluster feud. People were really excited about it, and it's nice to see wrestling fans happy. I love seeing my fellow wrestling fans happy because I've been saying, all wrestling fans do is bitch and complain, and they don't know what they want. And they want a new face of the company every 3 months. And it's happy. It was good to see them happy that this was gonna happen. But as the story progressed, the story got dumber and dumber, and the matches weren't good. And we cannot blame match quality on the writers. I know we like to throw a lot of shade at the writers. The writers are not the ones wrestling. It is what it is. They weren't having good matches. Those matches were very mediocre. They were average. They were matches that were going on at WrestleMania and the pay-per-view after that, and the pay-per-view after that, and the pay-per-view after that they could have just had on SmackDown. They were TV matches, not pay-per-view quality, especially from AJ. Very disappointed with AJ and that feud specifically. Shinsuke, I'm not really familiar with Shinsuke. I know he got big hype in Japan. It's stuff I don't watch a lot. But I did see his match against AJ years ago in Japan. It was like right before they left to go to WWE. So it was like 2016, 2015, maybe, whenever that was. That match was dope. And I was like, they only doing it because they had that one dope match when they were leaving Japan. And they just let it all out. They ain't going to do the same thing in WWE. And I was absolutely correct. And I still stand by that they shouldn't have main evented Mania or any pay-per-view. They didn't deserve it. The story wasn't there. The matches weren't there. It is what it is. Anyways, the women dominated Money in the Bank, man. The Money in the Bank briefcase match was incredible that the women had. Alexa Bliss, who was, for some reason, one of the most dominant women's wrestlers of all time at this point, like a 5-time champion, Money in the Bank winner. She ended up winning the match, cashing in on what was a great match, Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey. Later on in that night, she beat the hell out of both of them by herself, by the way, which is hilarious. And she just went in, beat both girls up, won the belt, walked out. Easy money. Fast forward, she loses the belt at SummerSlam. All good. I'm happy with it. Alexa Bliss is fucking great. She'll get the belt back. Brock finally lost. So this UFC thing is serious. So we will see Daniel Cormier versus Brock Lesnar. That's signed, sealed, delivered now. They took the championship off of him, which means he's going away to train. And Brock lost a lot of weight. Braun looked like a monster, no pun intended, face to face with Brock. Roman started to look a little bigger against Brock now. Roman at SummerSlam looked bigger than Brock. Brock is losing a lot of weight. And you could tell Brock walks around about 300 pounds. I think the limit for heavyweights are 265. So he clearly chopping down weight. He looked a little leaner, but he didn't look like a garage like he usually do. But Roman finally won. The right man won, the better wrestler won, and I like it. It's storytelling. It made me want to, I know people were like, Braun, go ahead, cash in, fuck Roman, right? No. Stories, people, that's what sells. What if Braun came out that he cashed in and was like, all right, cool, Braun the champion. Me personally, I'm not that interested in Braun. I like Braun, but I don't see Braun as WWE champion having a length. Like, who's going to beat him? You know what I'm saying? So it's better for people to loophole around him to keep the title, which is what Roman Reigns is currently doing. The next night on Raw, he had this awesome match against Balor, by the way. And after the match, Braun came out, looked like he was actually going to cash in, and then the Shield is back. Stories, people. Stories. It's that simple. That's what sells. I'm going to watch Raw tonight. I'm going to watch Raw the next week. Why? Because something interesting happened. Something that I liked happened. Makes me want to watch. It's that simple. It's that easy. Well, when I saw that angle play out, and Ambrose and Rollins came out and gave him the triple powerbomb through the table, I was like, yo, that's why I love wrestling. Swerves. Make me watch next week. Make me want to watch next week. Leave me with something. Leave me with something to think about. Leave me with something that I can tweet about, that me and the homies could talk about. Stories. Easy. So Ronda Rousey is the women's champion. Charlotte is the women's champion on SmackDown now. Where are the Usos, by the way? I tweeted about that a couple times. I was like, yo, how do you have a roster with the Usos and the Bludgeon Brothers are the tag team champions? I don't understand. AJ is still WWE champion, and Roman is now finally the Universal champion. They owe Roman. They owe Roman a lengthy title run, honestly. Nobody in the company deserves it more than him. Easily. Anyways, to continue. So I don't know if you guys let me know if you guys ever been like Universal Studios, Disney World, anything like that. So we went to this thing called we had a little road trip to Ohio. If you follow me on Snapchat, you would know this. So we went to a park, an amusement park called Cedar World. Now Cedar Point is basically your local amusement park on steroids, right? I wish I had all y'all on Snapchat. If I add me on Snapchat, my Snapchat is still Amir Y2J. Yeah, Y2J. So like, cause I didn't get to change it. Remember, I transferred everything onto real Big Meer, something Big Meer. I didn't want to delete my Snapchat because I got so many people on it already. I averaged like 250 views a snap on Snapchat. So I didn't want to lose those people. So I just kept that one because I didn't want to re-add everybody. So if you don't have me on Snapchat, which you probably already do, anyways, I'm Meer Y2J still. But yeah, you would have saw all that. It was a couple rides on there. I say if you ever go there, you got to go on it. The dragster. So it's basically in a race car. They got like a stoplight right there, or a traffic light, and it's red, yellow. Once that thing touch green, you're gone. Easy 100 miles per hour. You go straight up. You do a turn. You go straight down. It's a quick ass ride, but it's mad scary, and you're going super fast. It was another ride. I wasn't paying attention too much to the names of them because we had a flash pass, which is basically you get to cut the line. So we were just flying on everything, right? We got on just about every ride, right? There's this ride called the Millennium Force. Easily, in my opinion, because I didn't get on they other marquee rod, which was called like Steel Vengeance or whatever, so I didn't get on that. But out of the ones I got on, this was the best one, Millennium Force. And for people who live in Chicago who go to Six Flags or whatever, it's basically the Goliath on steroids. It's faster. They built it higher. It was fucking crazy, right? And by the way, if you go to an amusement park, do not go without a flash pass. If you go to an amusement park without a flash pass, you just wasted a lot of money because you're only gonna be able to get on 2, 3 rides, right? So especially if it's hot, if the sun is out, you do not want to be standing around with people all day. Get a flash pass. Changed my life ever. We were in Universal Studios last year, right? We went. We didn't have a flash pass, so we were going to the Islands of Adventure side or whatever. We're walking in, and this dude and his family just kind of walked past us like, "Yo, y'all just got here." We like, "Yeah, what's up?" He like, "Yo, I got these flash passes to get you on every ride in like 10 minutes." I was like, "Really? For how much?" He said, "I'll just give it to you. Me and my family leaving. We got on everything already." It's like, "Word?" Passed us the tickets, and literally we got on every ride in Universal Studios within 3 hours. I was like, "Yo, I'm not going to an amusement park ever again without a flash pass. Period. It's not gonna happen." Changed my life. So make sure y'all get one. If y'all go anywhere, any amusement park, I don't care what it is, I don't care how dead it is that day, get a flash pass. Do not stand in the sun. It's not worth it. So what was this? Yesterday it was an EA Sports Madden tournament going on in Jacksonville, Florida. Florida, of course, because why not? A Madden tournament got shot up. I don't remember the guy's name honestly because it's a mass shooting like every 2 months at this point. And I kind of just I shouldn't do this, but I kind of turn my head to it because I'm like, man, this is fucking brutal. Like, how many mass shootings can we take? How many mass shootings can we allow? NRA, balls in your court, man. What y'all gonna do? It's the same thing over and over again. We do not want guns in the hands of people that are mentally ill. Okay, what's your solution to this? We don't want guns in the hands of people with mental illness. It's like, yo, there's no answer to this shit. But because it makes you money, nothing's gonna change. And it is what it is. Condolences out to everybody who passed away because of this shit and who were injured. Sucks. You can't even play video games in peace at this point. A Madden tournament. A Madden tournament. The kid lost, left, came back with a gun, killed 4 people and injured 10. What a fucking dork. Anyways, to segue out of that, I went to Memphis this summer, by the way. I almost forgot that. Marco Rose. Shout out to Marco Rose. Shout out to James Chronics. Whatever. I don't even know if I'm supposed to call him James, but James, shouts out to you, my guy. What is going on? Those are my boys, man. They started a wrestling company out there called Committed to Wrestling down in Memphis, Tennessee. And I was supposed to go to the first show last year, but I didn't get to go because I had other endeavors around the same time. So I didn't get to go. But I was like, yo, I promise you. I promised them, Marco. I was like, yo, I'm going to go to one of these shows. Found the time, summer. It was June. I'm like, yo, when's the next show? He was like, it's on this date. I'm like, okay. Made sure I didn't have anything that I needed to take care of around that time. I was like, yo, I'm going to be there. I went on the train. So Marco owed me all the love in the world because I got on a train to go help out with this wrestling show. And because I said I was going to go, I promised him, and we made it happen. It was a 10-hour train ride down to Memphis. He showed me around Memphis, Beale Street, FedEx Forum where the Memphis Grizzlies play. It was just a good time, man. We just chilled out. We had fun, played video games, watched fucking Dateline and shit. And Chronics was great. He was cool. And we went to the show. We did our thing. It was a great show. Man, they put on some quality matches. Independent wrestling is fun. Again, if you follow me on Snapchat, you'll know that we was out there running the independent wrestling show down in Memphis. And I remember it was one match in specific that was my favorite. It was Lethal Injection versus The Street was their name. And they had a dope match. And let me tell you what happened. Because it was ridiculous, and I wish I would have recorded it. But they got it on camera somewhere. They might upload it. They had this match. They were having a tag team match. So the dudes from the team, The Street, are going against this team called Lethal Injection. So they get Lethal Injection on the ropes or whatever. They're like, oh, okay, y'all, Lethal Injection, da-da-da, whatever. So dude runs past me, because I'm backstage, by the way. I'm doing ring announcing, music, and I'm the bell keeper. So he runs past me, goes to the back. He comes back with a syringe, right? I can't make this up. Dude come back with a syringe that is full. I would hope water. He like, so y'all Lethal Injection. I yelling. He spray it, and it sprays his partner in the face. Dude go down. It was like a roll up finish or whatever. It was mad entertaining, right? It's a great show. Shouts out to Marco Memphis, Chronics, and Committed to Wrestling. If you haven't gone to one of their shows down in Memphis and you live down in Memphis, handle that. It's the best wrestling show in Memphis, easily. All right. Segue into that. It's probably be it is the music scene right now, which is fucking ridiculous. I feel like everybody who dropped an album except Nicki Minaj goes number one. Cardi went number one. I think Pusha T went number one for like a day when his shit dropped. Drake, obviously. Post Malone, for some reason, went number one. J. Cole went number one. Who else? Oh, Travis Scott, who just dropped Astro World, which I didn't listen to. Went number one. It's still number one, actually. Nicki Minaj dropped her album Queen like 2 weeks ago, maybe. Didn't go number one. It went number two, though. And yeah, she's been very bratty about the whole situation. Like, I guess she called him on the phone and basically said, yo, your album is not number one. And he was like, sure, whatever. And then she tweeted about it and was like, yo, he knows his album ain't number one. I'm number one. Nicki Minaj is too big, too talented, and too much of a star to be acting like this. It is what it is. Nicki Minaj is talented. She's been doing this for a long time. I don't know where the insecurities come from. Like, she did Funk Flex. A star the caliber of Nicki Minaj doing Funk Flex is weird enough. You would never see Alicia Keys or Beyonce or even Rihanna or whatever doing Funk Flex and yelling and talking about her ex-boyfriend buying prostitutes, whatever the case may be, man. It's mad immature. I've always had a love-hate relationship with Nicki Minaj. I felt she could rap, but I didn't know where it was. It's like, I'm a princess, and I'm this big feminist, but I also trap and sell crack and all this other shit at the same time. And this is kind of like, what are you trying to do? That was always my issue with Nicki Minaj. Now it's more of, yo, you are a star, a mega star. And the way she acting, I don't know if she visibly sees her star fading or what. She's a queen. She is a queen of rap music, a female rap music. So I don't get it. I heard she canceled some shows because of low ticket sales. I heard this week, the ninth week of Drake's Scorpion album actually sold more records than Nicki Minaj in her second week. She cursing out everybody. She going at all the media, the radio hosts. She going at other rappers, taking shots at Cardi, taking shots at Travis Scott's kid who was like 5 months old. Right? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what's wrong with it. But anyways, Beyonce and Jay-Z had a record out called "Everything Is Love," and I do every year, on Twitter and Facebook, not YouTube though. I do a list of best of this year awards, right? The Big Meer Awards, whatever. That's gonna win Album of the Year. Period. Invasion of Privacy may go runner up. Cardi's record. Cardi's record was great, surprisingly great. But Beyonce and Jay Z had the best record of the year. There was, what we got? 4 months left. Nobody's gonna beat that. Nobody. It is what it is. So I'm letting y'all know. That's a spoiler alert for now. But yeah, it's pretty blatant with that one. 69 trolling Chicago. Ludacris doing his thing. Big Star, whatever now. What else is going on in music? Really just Nicki Minaj fucking shitting on everybody. And I hope she get the satisfaction she need. Maybe she need to do like a stadium show. Hopefully it sells out well, and she can kind of cope with that. Cause that's crazy though. That's crazy that she acting like that. Waiting for Green Day to drop anything at this point, but suffering as a Green Day fan. They dropped the album in 2016, which means we ain't gonna see another one till like 2021. Knowing them, rock music is so dead. It's so fucking dead. Oh, by the way, listen to Mount Eddie, which is the only band I can listen to nowadays. That's like a young band at least. Mount Eddie is great. The lead singer is Billy Joe's son, Jacob Danger. They got a dope album called Chroma out. I say buy it, support the young artists. Like, man, if y'all see a young artist, stop streaming. Because honestly, streams don't help. Buy the record. I bought Chroma. It was great. They got an EP out called Zombie. Buy it. It'd be like young, up and coming artists, talented artists though. Because I won't support a bomb. It is it is what it is. Talented artists. Check out Mount Eddie. Buy the album, buy Chroma. He's actually the theme song of this podcast is a SoundCloud version of Chroma that he uploaded before the album came out. So it's like so my theme song for this podcast is like the demo version of Chroma, the song in this self-titled album, whatever. So support Mount Eddie, and I think that's it, man. Yeah, how long we gone? Oh shit, 42 minutes. Yeah, like I said, this is lengthy. Had no guest on this episode. I just kind of wanted to take y'all through the summer. It's been fucking crazy, but we are back. We getting money. We doing podcasts. We're getting more subscribers, more exposure, and we just gonna create some more content. And I'm so excited that me and the guys got stuff coming out. Hopefully we get some video game stuff in too, because we ain't done that in a long time. But we just continuously creating content for all of you to enjoy. And stuff that we just love to do. So yeah, Big Man Podcast. We'll see you next time.